Hey everyone, this is Lisa from TRW, and I am going to be making this shirt for no specific reason that I would be making a special event for that I can't name, but let's say you are going to a sporting event very soon or like a party that has a lot of snacks and you like to watch commercials for some reason, then this shirt is a really great shirt to make for that. So I'm going to be going over how to make this shirt with our TRW Sport Block font as well as our TRW Flutter font. And I'm also going to be showing you a cool trick on how to set this up to make sure you align it perfectly every time. Alright, so I am in Silhouette Studio. I've already tentatively set up my design. So this is using two of our TRW fonts. This right here is the TRW Sport Block font, and this is the TRW Flutter font. Of course, I will link them in the description for you so you can pick these up. I really enjoy these fonts. I use them all the time. So what I'm going to be doing is this right here, I'm going to make one color, and then this right here, the script font is going to be a separate color. And so with something like this, lining them up can be a little bit challenging. So what I'm going to do is a little trick that I like to do is I'm going to take my script font right here and bump it up a little bit closer to the top line. And then just even out these bottom ones here, because these two lines right here are going to be cut together, and then these two are going to be cut together. Sometimes lining them up can be tricky. So with this slight overlap, I'm going to make a space for me to put in my next color. So I'm just going to select this right here. I'm going to do an offset and then click on offset. So you can see this line around there. That is your preview. What's great about the offset panel is you can see it before you say, okay, go ahead, make this offset. So I'm going to go through here, do 0.04, hit enter, and now you can see a slight preview. It's just a very subtle line, and then hit apply. Now, when you're working in Silhouette Studio, don't forget whenever you make an offset, that is what is selected after you hit apply. The last thing you made is what's selected. So we're going to save time, hold down shift, grab these words back here. One thing to keep in mind is all my words have been converted over to compound path. These are all shapes now. And we're going to go over to our modify panel and subtract. So one thing to remember when you do a modify, when you do subtract, is the bottom shape will be broken apart. So you can see there are little boxes around each section here. We're just very quickly going to right click, make compound path. So now we have this little notch right here, and that's going to help me line up my two colors once I go to press. So I'm going to go ahead, take these together. I'm going to take these two words here, hold down shift to grab two, do Control G to group them. I'm going to move them to the side and then group these as well, right click, group. And so because I'm cutting HTV, we're just going to go ahead and set it up for our cut. We're going to flip horizontally and go. Now, if you are the person who does not like to waste any vinyl at all and you hate this little middle space here, you have two options. You can make little boxes around each individual one like this. So you can save it. For me, I'm like, is the amount of guessing and room for error worth that amount of vinyl? For me, no. What you could do as well is bring down this font here and do the same thing with this bottom one, with this top line right here, and make that little notch. Now, my opinion, I think this is fine, but that is also an option for you as well. So follow that same process, just do it with the bottom part of your text. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut my vinyl. I'm cutting this in Easy Weed and Glitter, and then I will see you over at the heat press. All right, so I'm over at my heat press. I am going to be using this District Made little cotton poly blend football shirt. Now, I did see that this shirt specifically is discontinued, but I did see some in the clearance section, and there are a lot of different comparable ones online. So this is a District Made by Sanmar. Find the one that works best for you and go from there. So as you can see, I am using my Paint Craft press. I like using it for a lot of different things. I know some people think that you can't really press shirts on it, but look out world, that's what I'm doing right now. So I have my design cut. It's very football friendly colors, obviously. So I have my original text in light pink, and then I also have my other text in TRW Champagne Glitter, which I love. I think it's such a pretty color. It works with so many different things. It's the best. So we're gonna go over and I'm gonna set this up right here on my shirt to begin with, and I'm gonna line it up off of the collar. Sorry if you see the back of my head or my hair. I gotta line it up somehow. And as you can see, I have a dog, so make sure you pull any dog hair that might be on your shirt. So now that I have this lined up, we're gonna go over and I'm gonna bring this down, my heat press down for a couple seconds. So my heat press is set to 310 degrees. I think it's a good middle point between my glitter and Easy Weed. So because we're doing multiple colors, we're not doing full 15-second presses. We don't want a whole lot of heat down on this for a long time. So we're gonna take this, bring it down a couple seconds, and then lift up. Now I did notice that my pressure was kind of low, so I'm gonna go ahead and increase it while I'm waiting, and I'm going to slowly lift this up just to make sure my vinyl did stay because my pressure was kind of low. So pretty good. We have our first color down. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna slide this up a little bit more. And so this is where the lining up comes into play. So we have the top of the K, we have our tiny little notch up here that we made. So we're gonna bring this in, and don't forget there's a little tiny bit of space in there. Let me just check, sorry about my hair. All right, so we have our next set right there. Now again, even though this is our last color, I am gonna do a quick tack. And the reason being is I don't wanna get a carrier line in the middle of my Easy Weed right here. So we're gonna go ahead, bring our press down just a couple of seconds, lift it up, and then don't forget glitter is a little bit thicker. So just make sure you're lifting up slowly just to make sure that you don't have vinyl coming up. And apparently there's dog hair on my floor because I dropped my carrier, my cover sheet, and I found little dog hairs all over here. But we're fine. So now we're gonna finish up our press. We're gonna do about 10 seconds and then we'll be all good. Okay, so our press is done. If you have a dog, keep a lint roller nearby. All right, so we have our cute little shirt. So there we go, guys. This is my non-specific, not for any big event shirt. If I were to go to a party or a sporting event that had a lot of good snacks and commercials. So great if maybe like you had a last minute invite or you wanted something done. Now again, this is using the TRW Sport Block font as well as the TRW Flutter script, and I am using, of course, our Caesar heat transfer vinyl. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. If you are not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more videos. And then let me know, are you going to any certain parties coming up? What are your thoughts on that? Let me know.